the challenge of finding full-time work for people with autism.
Here to answer questions is Elise Wolf, the program manager for Mass General Hospital's Aspire. Let's first talk about the Aspire program itself. Who does it serve?
Good morning. So Aspire serves individuals diagnosed with high cognitive autism spectrum diagnoses or a similar profile such as ADHD. But individuals do not need to have a formal diagnosis to participate in our programs. So the term neurodivergent could be used to describe individuals in our programs. This term comes from the neurodiversity movement, first attributed to Dr. Judy Singer. So neurodiverse is an umbrella term that describes individuals who experience the world atypically, those who think, feel, socialize, and perceive the sensory world in a way different than most of the population, who some people might call neurotypical. So at Aspire, we have services for individuals aged 5 through adulthood, as well as parents, caregivers, clinical and educational providers. But today we're focused on our employment support programs for adults.
What a resource. And as you know, there are plenty of people with disabilities who are ready and willing to work, but their unemployment rate in the U.S. is typically twice as high as the rest of the population. How does that impact applicants with autism and their families?
It's a great question. So many of the individuals we work with describe their attempts at employment as honestly traumatic, riddled with judgment, being pushed out, ostracized, or pitied. So these experiences can lead to significant challenges with self-esteem, shame, confusion, embarrassment, and ultimately depression. So understandably, it's hard to keep putting yourself out there when the world repeatedly sends messages that you're not welcome. So there's also the obvious consequence. The inability to attain or maintain gainful employment can lead to financial instability or worse. So for families or loved ones, watching both of these things happen can be stressful, heartbreaking, and the financial load may fall to them, which puts strain on relationships. So overall, not being able to enter the workforce or contribute to your potential has a negative impact on quality of life for autistic adults and their families.
Disappointing to hear that, but your program helps participants develop the skills that they need to find a job and to keep it too. In your experience, how long does that learning process typically take?
Well, it often depends on the goal, as you can imagine. So for some employment-seeking adults in our talent pipeline, simply being matched with a company who understands how to value their neurodivergent way of thinking is really all the situation requires. Now, for other individuals, they seek us out because we work with them to assess what types of roles or environments might be the best match for who they are, their unique strengths and challenges. So this could take 2 to 3 meetings or 2 to 3 months of conversation. But for most, once the individual is matched with an appropriate opportunity, we have conversations about what types of tools and strategies would be most effective in helping them reach their employment goals. So schedules and routines, communication techniques, task and time management, and I would say self-advocacy is probably the most common theme.
Great. We love what you do. We know you also have workshops. Elise Wolf, the program manager for Mass General Hospital's Aspire. Thank you so much for joining us and educating us this morning.